Hello students, so we are continuing with the previous chapter, string handling, and we'll be discussing more on that string manipulation functions topic today itself. So we have already seen some string manipulation functions like strcpy, strcmp, strcmbi, right? sti UPR, where we convert it to uppercase. So now we are going to see this strlen, that is string length. So now this function returns the length of the string s1, that is this. So the total length of the string, and then that means it counts the number of characters in that string. Okay, so the length of the string is the number of characters up to the last character, but it will not include the null 0, that is the null character. So the number of characters defined for the character array has nothing to do with the length of the string. Okay, which means that if suppose here the mob number, okay, this is 10, right? But if suppose when you enter here, okay, or in this case name 20, right? But when you enter here, enter your name, the so you may enter, suppose like instead of 20 characters you might enter only 10 characters, right? So that is what it means by this sentence. Okay, the number of characters defined for the character array, that is defined for this character array, has nothing to do with the length of the string, that is here when you enter. All right, so now to check the length of your program, to check the length of your mobile number and name, so we have to determine how many characters are there in the mobile number and how many characters are there in the name. Now you know that mobile number is uh, so you know that mobile number is this digits, right? And name is characters, right? But then the since we have said that a character can be alphanumeric, that means alphabet and numbers also. Of course, when we have to return back the value to count it, okay, it has to be again changed into integer, right? So that's why based on that you can see that we have declared two character arrays. There is one for the name to enter the name, character name, and then as a character to enter the mobile number. So here the mobile number, which is here enter your name, okay, enter your name gets name. We are already familiar with the get s function, right? So it will enter this name John Smith. As you can see that there is a space in between, so that's why we use the get s function here. All right, so get s function, it can allow blank spaces in between the string also. But if you suppose a cin, then this will be an error. Right, now if suppose there is only the first name John, right, then in that case we can use the C input stream also. But since there is a blank space in between, so that's why we use the get s function. All right, so again enter your mobile number. So you can see that the mobile number is numeric values, right? But in this case, since it is been declared as character variable, okay, or character array or character string variable, so what will happen is that these numbers will be considered as characters and not numbers. All right, so which is similar to this. So this will be this becomes a character. That means if suppose you had to add this number, right, do a sum of this number, it will not, you will not get the summation of this number, but it's because these are characters. So enter your mobile number, okay, that value will be entered. Now what we have to do is that using the string length function, we try to determine uh, the length, the number of characters stored in there, right? So here you can see that the two variables are declared as integer type, that is int mob length that is the mobile length, and name len, len, that is the name length. Okay, so here you can see that that variable is assigned to the string manipulation functions strlen and strlen mob number, strlen name. So now this function, okay, this function, the compiler already knows that what this function will do. So here the variable mob number, what value is stored, or what characters values are stored here, that will be counted by this string length, right? So here length of your name is 10 digits, right? So when you count these numbers, okay, when you count this alphabet JOHN, that is 4, right? And there's one blank space in between, right? That blank space will also be counted, so that becomes 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So till H there is 10 characters, or 10 digits, right? So that will be stored in mob length. Similarly, for the mobile number also, these characters will be counted, okay, and then that will be stored in this mobile length, and for the name it will be stored in this lem length. Okay, so when the cout statement gets run, length of your name is, okay, so it will display 10 digits, and then your mobile number length is, okay, it will also display 10 digits. All right, so this is how you this is how you count the number of characters, okay, and then you can see that the data type is, one is in character and the other one is integer. So from this program you can understand that, okay, the character data values can also be numbers, right? But when you have to count the length of that, you have to use the integer data type, right? Now you will see that the same program, okay, almost the same program, to check the length of your name without using the string length function. So without using the string length function, we will try almost the same program on that. Okay, so you can see that now you're already familiar with why you're using this iostream.h or this stdio.h or string.h, right? Always whenever we use the string manipulation function, we use this string.h, and when we use the gets or gets function, we use this stdio.h. So here a very short program. So this we are declaring a character array name of size 20, of index 20, right? And then here I is assigned the value 0. So now enter your name. So gets will accept the uh, the characters and store it in this name. Okay, then for I equals to 0, name I not equals to /0. Okay, so this is a this is what, this is also one character, right? So what will happen is that it will, the for loop will check one character at a time. Okay, that is name I, in name I stands for name 0, right? So I is equal to 0, that means name 0. So under name 0, which is an array element, right, j will be stored, right? So j is not equals to /0, right? We have already seen this in the previous video also, in the previous video also, that comparing with these null characters, right? So again what will happen is that this, so this total length of the name is, okay, will be counted, right? Then again I will get incremented, then after that when I gets incremented it will be 1, right? So 0 plus 1, 1. So name 1, what is stored in name 1? So O, right? So that is not equals to /0. So again the body of the for loop, okay, uh, will not be executed, right? Then I gets incremented. Okay, then after that what will happen is that uh, here, okay, I will keep on be testing the array elements, name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, like that, right? So as long as the last character will be /0, right? So when it reaches that, okay, then what will happen is that this condition is fulfilled, right? Here, as long as this is not equal to 0, the for loop will keep on executing. But when /0 equals to /0, as you know that in a string the last character will be the /0, that is the null character, right? So when it reaches that, after this h, okay, the next array element will store this /0, right? So when this is equal to this, okay, there it will stop, okay, and then you will get the total length of the name is 10, right? So execute on this program and see the changes. All right, now strrev, that is s1, that is string reverse. Okay, so this function, it takes the string variable as a single argument, right, and reverses the string so that the last character becomes first and the second last becomes second after first, and so on. So here you can see that this is the string value. So when you reverse it, you get this format, right? So here you can see that the last comes to first and the first goes to the last. Okay, now an example of reversing characters is called palindrome. So we in C++ there are programs based on this palindrome method, okay, where it also used the concept of reversing. But in palindrome, what happened is that we have to, in order to determine whether a particular string value is palindrome or not, okay, or there, what happened is that the word has to be same after reversing. So like example, kayak, the reverse is also kayak, right? So that is palindrome. So keep in mind that this string reverse and palindrome is actually not same, but the concept of that is same, except that in palindrome the both the words, that means both the words after reversing should come out same. In the case of string reverse, suppose you have, say, like this string, right? You can see that this is not equal to this, so this is not palindrome at all, right? But here also it is reverse, here also it is reverse, right? So based on that, we have a program to reverse a string and check whether that string is palindrome or not. Okay, so now first thing is that we will reverse a string value, and then after that we will check whether that string is palindrome or not. So here in the main function you can see that you have declared two character arrays, that is string 1 of size 10 and string 2 of size 10. So this will create 10 array elements, and this also will create 10 array elements. Now the prompt is given, enter the string. So get s function will accept the value, okay, and store it in this string 1. So you can see here, enter the string, suppose this kayak, right? So that will be stored in this string 1. Now using the string copy function, okay, so you can see that you are using the string reverse function, right? But according to the program, first what we have to do is that we have to reverse a string, and then after that we check whether the string is palindrome or not, right? So here, using the string copy function, what we do is that first, okay, we copy the value of string 1 to string 2. Okay, so if you remember the swapping method that we have used, right? So this is similar to that. So we copy the contents of string 1, that is kayak, to string 2. So now what do is see out reverse of string is, so using the string reverse function, okay, using the string reverse function, what value is stored in string 2, that is the same is kayak, right? So that will be displayed. So that will be, again, it will come out as kayak only. So so the reverse of a string is done, the first part of the program is done using this string reverse function, right? So you'll get kayak. Then next, in order to determine whether that string value is palindrome or not, so we use the if test expression. If string compare strcmb, okay, so as per here, string 1 comma string 2 equals to 0. So now comparison is done between the string 1 and string 2, right? So now again you can see that we are using the string comparison function, right? So here s1 and s2 will be compared. Is it so is it equal or not, right? Then if it is, then string 1 will be palindrome, but if not, it will go to the else part. String 1 is not palindrome. So this slash n means this value will be produced on the next line. As you can see here, enter the string. Okay, so here enter the string kayak. Okay, so kayak will be entered and stored here. String copy will copy the value of string 1 to string 2. Then cout reverse of string is, okay, using this string reverse function, that value which is stored here uh, will be reversed. Suppose here if you write here say like KAYAM, okay, then the reverse of the string will be MAYAK. So now in the if else part, what we do is that using the string comparison function, we compare string 1 and string 2. Is it equals to 0, right? So if it is, if the comparison is done, okay, then if it is same, then kayak is palindrome. So in the second case, you can see that I have changed here a k and a to capital values. Okay, so when the reverse of the string is done, k and a goes to the last. So now what happened is, since this is capital, okay, as you can see that here the first two alphabets are in capital, but in the after reversing, the last two alphabets are capital, so it does not match at all. So that way this is not palindrome. So you can see that under the palindrome, okay, the case sensitivity also is there, that is capital A small letter K, okay, or capital A small letter A, it it matters in the palindrome, right? So just type out this program, okay, try to understand all the string manipulation functions. So you have to understand all of the string manipulation functions, because here you can see that in this program you are using the three string manipulation functions. All right, so type out this program, make some changes on it, okay, and if you have any doubt you can ask.